Hello everyone! I'm back to YouTube in the most difficult time for all of us. So first of all, I want to thank all the essential workers and all the front row workers who's working so hard out there for all of us. So today, I want to show you how to create a face mask with and without the sewing machine, with a filter packet on the back, and with a wire for your nose. Everything you need to know, guys, I provided in description box below. In this video, I use wire that I usually use to make earrings. Depending on the thickness of it, you might want to fold it a few times. Also, of course, use only cotton fabric to make your mask. Once you cut everything into the size you see on your screen, you're ready to go. I do want to mention that for elastic band, I added 1 extra centimeter because it's super thin and narrow, so I wanted to have a ties on each side before I sew it into the fabric. When you fold fabric, you should fold it inside out, so your pretty pattern will be outside once you finish. Don't forget! Now you're ready to create the pocket for your filter. For this, you can make it big or small. I prefer big because it's easier to use. So from each side, I measure about 2-3 centimeters or 1 inch, and I mark it with needles. If you want to use something else, it's up to you. Once you mark it each side, you're ready to sew it. This first mask is handmade, and to better secure your fabric, go back and forth a couple of times. If you're listening to me right now, I would highly appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and click that bell for more notifications to see awesome videos like this one. You don't need to iron it like I did, but it's easier to use fabric once it's ironed. Plus, I really wanted to use this new tiny traveling iron. It's so cute. Before I sew this red elastic band, I want to tie each side, as I mentioned earlier, so it will be secured better once I sew it into the fabric. Attach your elastic band to each side. There's nothing extra for me to add because it's kind of self-explanatory once you watch this part. Now that you have finished it with elastic band, you can sew each side together, but remember not to sew over your elastic band accidentally, otherwise you will need 3 ears to wear it. And once again, go back and forth a few times to secure fabric together. Use your filter packet to take it inside out. You're welcome to iron it so it's easier to fold. Once you start folding it, fold it 3 times, about 2 centimeters each time, or half an inch. Since this is not a super fancy dress that I'm sewing, I don't find it necessary to be super precise on each fold. As long as I fold it 3 times and about 2 centimeters, I'm good. And another trick, if you use needle to secure each side, put it horizontally and not vertically, otherwise you won't have space for next fold. Before you start sewing each side, this is when I highly recommend using an iron to flatten the fabric as much as possible. Now time for your wire. I'm using thick wire so I didn't have to fold it. And once you put it inside of your mask, make sure that your folds are facing up, same way as when you sew it. Otherwise, your nose wire will end up at your chin. In order for it not to move back and forth, secure it on each side and bottom as well. Let me show you how you can do it with sewing machine now. Same 3 elements, same size cotton fabric, elastic bands, but this time I use flat one, so I won't tie each side, that way you can cut it 20 centimeters instead of 21 centimeter. Measure each side for your filter pocket and secure it with needle. Now this is what you want to do with sewing machine. You want to go back and forth here as well to secure it well, not just one direction. I won't sew elastic bands separate. This time I will secure it and sew each side at the same time. This way you save a lot of time. It took me about half of the time sewing using sewing machine versus by hand. By sewing machine still give me a lot of hard time when I was making it. Same routine here. Take it inside out by using filter pocket and iron it. There are a few things I'm bad at, and symmetry is one of them. Maybe that's why so much of my clothes is on symmetrical style. Before you move on to sewing machine, I highly recommend to iron it once again. And to secure your fabric, the best go back and forth on your sewing machine. You put your wire inside same way as the previous one, so your folds facing up, or simply matching mine. And to secure your wire on each side so it does not move. Be careful not to break your sewing machine needle once you do it, so take your time. Thank you for watching, friends. All information you will find in description box below. Please subscribe and share this video. See you next time.